Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yo-sha and I'm your go-to girl for all things real. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing Adam Ali's receipts video that he dropped hours ago. So if you like more videos like this about relationships, trending topics, and real talk, be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and drop your thoughts about this whole thing in the comment section below. Run it up. I love talking in the comments and I do respond. He addresses the abuse allegations. He addresses the mention of her stating that he did not want Samia. He mentions Vaughn and has receipts pertaining to him.
Tipped that this occurred. You're coming up, laying in the bed, instantly as you walk into the house, into the marital space, the bed, and I come into the room like, are you good in the head? Why would you be laying up in the bed? Get the F out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yes, there was a hustle and tussle. Getting you pregnant happened in January, you're saying. Why are you trying to gaslight the situation here? Because everybody, including your family, knew that. Is this the potentiality of being Adam's child? Like, an event, how much of a clout do you want and to be sympathized? Like, this is disgusting. I gotta come up in here and speak about this. You know, I used to see people do videos just speaking about this, and I used to be like, damn, that's a damn shame. And here I am, but like, again, I gotta take responsibility. This abortion talk. So Latoya was going down a path of, belligerent drinking on a constant basis. And I'm trying to steer her on the path, a better path, because this is just, you're doing the most now. I don't know what you're trying to escape, where our lives are, fantastic. Like, there's nothing for you to be doing all of this. So, it takes two to tango. She got pregnant. But I was really upset at that very moment. Like, this can't be happening right now. Like, you've been excessively drinking. And the angle that I told her was like, hey, there's the potential of alcoholic, fetal syndrome here. She knows this. Everywhere you go is a mess. Even when the divorce was happening, you were trying to find God. You went to the church, you screwed the pastor or the deacon, whoever. You can't go to heaven like that. So now, you're trying to cling on to this new guy. And let me start this conversation about this new guy here, okay? I've been sparing you, all right? And I've been seeing you paper cutting me for a long time. Well, for the last several months, okay? But now it's time to bring some light to who you are, because everybody's trying to figure out, who is this guy? And again, I'm here to just tell the truth. I'm not hurt by these people. Like, I'm not jealous at all.
And I will leave the link to the video down below for those of you that do want to watch it, but I know a lot of you do not want to watch a 30-minute video, so I'm here to give you an overview and, let y'all know what I think. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the difference between the two interview styles. So when I'm referring to interview styles, I'm talking about the first two videos that came out from both of them. So the first was Adam taking an interview with Tasha K, and that interview was set and it went out a few days before Latoya dropped her interview with part 1 and part 2 of why she got a divorce. So facts, not anyone's opinion. The interview with Adam and Tasha K was a in-person interview for Tasha's podcast. Adam showed during his video a receipt of Tasha K's team reaching out, and in the body of the email, Tasha says that she is a fan of Adam's work.
The first things first I should say is I did a video on Unwind with Tasha K. To be quite frank, I did not really know what I was getting into, and that's my fault. I should have done a better research of who this person is. The angle that they came to me was, they wanted to just discuss, my business ventures and just how I just my upcoming projects, etc. And then when I got there, it turned into, getting to know more about the relationship with my former spouse.
From just seeing that email, it doesn't look like the intent was to go in and talk about Toya and kind of bash their marriage and whatever happenings that have been in the light for the last 6 months or so publicly. Latoya's interview took place on Latoya Forever's main YouTube channel. We don't know who was interviewing her. Adam says that it is her assistant a couple of times during his live stream, but also in this receipt video. But it's someone that we're not seeing. It's not a formalized interview. Adam states that he feels that Latoya wrote these questions and responded to them, and in some instances acted like she wasn't sure if she should answer the questions. So it's like, if you wrote the questions, you knew you were going to be asked, you're acting to portray yourself as you're trying to protect the family, you're trying to protect him. All along, you're trying to gaslight the whole debacle and kind of make Adam look like he's the bad guy in this by bringing up things such as abuse and intentionally getting her pregnant and being controlling and all of that. That was the agenda that she's pushing. He's stating that his agenda was never to put her in a bad light, but to take on an opportunity to talk about his business endeavors. I saw the interview from Latoya drop the first time before Adam removed it, which in this video, Adam does clarify that he did have it removed because he was trying to be in best interest of the kids and the family and the brand and all of that good stuff.
Everyone is entitled to their truth and, you know, their story. But my concern and my issue here is, what is this person's intention with making these videos, you know? Like, how does this serve you when you make these videos? And like I said, you know, this person does not understand how to separate being on social media and in just in real life.
Latoya came out hours after the video was removed and put it on her channel with Vaughn, which is her new boyfriend. And she said that Adam was being controlling and threatening, and she put it back up over there because he took it down. So when I caught the video the first time, Latoya was in the comments responding to people saying, if Adam wants to take interviews, I'm going to tell my truth. And she admitted to cheating twice on her former husband. So she was in there actively, like she was, you know, trying to make sure that she was clarifying why she was putting this up. There's both of them telling their sides of the story, and there is some commonalities in the middle. Neither one of them are innocent in this. In my view, I think the most important thing is the children and making sure that the children are not going to be having long-term bad effects to all of this drama, because that is their parents, and it's not good for children to see their parents going at each other and calling each other names and just kind of like painting the other to be a bad parent, because, you know, that's their mommy and daddy. At the end of the day, we're just bystanders watching this. But let's move forward. Abuse. The abuse is still being referred to as a hustle and tussle by Adam. Latoya and Adam's stories both have a commonality. So the truth, in my opinion, is that she came home from the cruise. She didn't address her husband. She went and laid in the bed. Adam went in that room and acted a fool. I don't care how many times he calls it a hustle and tussle. There is no such thing. One of my viewers wrote this. What is a contactless hustle and tussle? Honestly, I don't think he struck her, which is why he keeps saying, I never struck you. I never blah, blah, blah. I don't think he slapped her. I don't think he hit her. I do think that he might have shooken her up. I think that he may have grabbed her. I think that he may have held her down or something like that that would have been intimidating and traumatizing and confusing for those children to walk in. I don't care if he says he didn't strike her. He put his hands on her, and that's not okay. I understand why he did it. I'm not saying that he is wrong for being upset, feeling disrespected, feeling lied to. He is owed that. But if we're going to talk about accountability, we have to be accountable on both parts. She was wrong for lying to her husband, going to go cheat on a cruise, and coming back and laying in their bed like nothing happened. I totally agree with that 100%. However, he put his hands on her. That's what happened. You can call it a hustle and tussle. You can call it shaking it up, like that show on Disney Channel. But at the end of the day, that is a commonality between both stories. So yes, you would be scared because you're a man. You're stronger than her. You're putting your hands on her. You're shaking her, whatever is going on. That's scary. And that's a form of abuse. Now, is that ongoing abuse? No. Is that, you slapping her or you beating her regularly? No, that's an instance of a reaction. Now, there are instances that many people keep bringing up, and even Adam is bringing up, that Latoya has put her hands on him. Correct. It's factual. There's videos of it. The thing is this. Y'all are both doing toxic things. She shouldn't have been putting her hands on him either. That gender thing, like letting women put their hands on men and slap their men and stuff like that, that's abusive. So I'm not justifying her doing it to him. But in that situation, the commonality is that he reacted to her cheating and lying, and he was sick of it. That's what happened. So my thoughts, yeah, it happened. Moving forward, she cheated in October. They were working to get past it. She gets pregnant in January. He says that everybody is like, the situation that took place, is it Adam's baby because you did cheat? Now, Latoya, in her interview, she says she did not have intercourse, but she did cheat. Whatever she did was inappropriate. I don't know if she didn't have relations or not. We weren't there to say. All I can say is this, though. Between both stories, y'all were still being intimate. Y'all were still working through it, which is why no one really should be moving on so quickly. And although a lot of this was business, y'all had to have some sort of feeling. I bring that up to say she got pregnant by her husband. In her interview, she makes it seem as though she feels that Adam got her pregnant on purpose because she wanted to leave him. After the situation that occurred, they were drifting apart. She had cheated. It was a lot of damage. She wanted to get a divorce, and then she wound up pregnant. Now, commonalities are that they were trying to work on it, and they hadn't really decided what they were going to do, and she wound up pregnant. Another commonality that wasn't from neither of them was that there was like a vlog, and it was a friend's birthday, and Latoya was extremely drunk. Latoya mentions that she has an issue with alcoholism in her interview. Does she call it like that? No. But she says, my husband took advantage of alcohol, and he knows that that's a weakness for me. No, Latoya, you know that alcohol is a weakness for you. So Adam is saying that she's been having drinking problems all along, even when she got pregnant with Samia. So my assumption is that they're working through things. She was drunk. They both decided to engage in unprotected sex because they're married, and she got pregnant. Now, Samia was brought up by Latoya during the interview, and she said that when she found out she was pregnant, Adam wanted an abortion. Adam addresses the abortion in this receipts video. He says he stated that he wanted her to get an abortion within the first 24 hours of finding out. There was an initial shock that she was pregnant, and at that time, Latoya was kind of like young, coming up into their fame together, so to speak. She was partying a lot, and she had the issues with alcoholism. I'm going to be real with you. A lot of men process finding out that their girl is pregnant by being shocked, not being sure, not knowing if they want the baby. And he stated that he said these things because she had been drinking out of concern for both of them, frankly, because it was going to change their lives. He had seen Latoya being kind of careless and reckless and wasn't sure if having a baby right now was the best thing. But when he's speaking about these things, you can kind of see the passion and the frustration. So I could definitely believe that he might have rubbed her the wrong way with his reaction to being pregnant. But to be honest, y'all, that is a reaction of guys a lot when you get pregnant outside of marriage and everything is not peaches and roses behind the scenes. So my thoughts are that, he wasn't necessarily on board at first, but after having some time to process it, he was like, okay, we're going to have the baby. I'm going to be here to support you. And that's what we saw. That's factual. We saw that. So I could see that, Latoya could be manipulating that a little bit in her interview for people that are not going to listen to Adam, because I know it's a handful of people that are OG Latoya Forever fans that are not going to even take the time to listen to what Adam has to say. Some people were even saying that about me because I reacted to Latoya's interview. They were like, well, did you watch Adam's? I was like, well, no, I didn't, because I was just focusing on what Latoya was saying at the time. So there are some people that are never going to listen to Adam. And that's what Latoya may be banking on when she is doing some of these antics and things, because she wants her fans to stay her fans. All the while, Adam is no different, because Adam has built his own brand and Adam has built his own thing separate. They're both trying to save their brand. They both are guilty of lying. And I keep saying that in each of these videos that I'm doing, because I want you guys to remember that. Neither party is 100% innocent, and neither party refrained from being messy in this. Who was messier? Latoya seems to be a little bit more messier. But, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. I think they both could have handled things better. I think Latoya really needs to take some time for herself. She says in her interview that she's not rushing by being in a new relationship and things like that. And, you know, she's been checked out since 2016, which is fine. She may have been checked out, but you had a baby recently and you are still dealing with this. The divorce was not finalized not too long ago, you know. I think it takes time. And rushing into a new relationship and then going public with the relationship, and you got a couples channel, you're trying to capitalize off that, that is not the way to go, because when that relationship doesn't work out, you're going to be left with the pieces. Your children, there's a real life behind all of this, behind the cameras. When we turn the camera off, there's real life behind that. And you know, this is gonna go back and bite them in the butt when those kids see this stuff. Divorces get ugly, but celebrity divorces are the worst because they are in the light. Adam has receipts about Vaughn. I already knew that this was for clout. And by clout, I guess what I mean on Latoya's end is just trying to stay relevant, trying to keep the picture that I'm doing fine, I've moved on, I've elevated, look at my new boo, he bought me a rollie, y'all. It's the same stuff that she's been doing. I haven't watched not one video on that new channel of hers because I'm not interested in seeing you with your new boyfriend, because you need to heal first, sis, okay? The thing is this, though. Adam has receipts of this man saying things that are like inappropriate. My thing is, neither one of you need to be introducing the people that you are dealing with to these kids right now, because it's too soon, and that can be damaging. You have the kids playing with each other, and you know, you interacting too closely with the kids, you kissing all on this man's kids and stuff like that, and where's your mouth been? If you've a male escort, and then you got this stuff with Jeffrey coming up, like, y'all, it's not looking good. Overall, my thoughts after watching the video is that, you know, there is some tick for tack going on between the both of them. They both need to focus on healthy co-parenting. I would love to hear you guys tell me what you think about everything. Please subscribe. Stick around for more real talk from me. I also make other content, so check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.